What is your deal with my water bottles?
It's like not enough space for water for me.
Not enough water?
The size of that water bottle, like I need 32 ounces of a water bottle.
You could just go and get a refill.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of getting up and moving around.
Well, this was a gift, so I wouldn't be so mean about it.
For the audio listener, Carly has a very normal-sized water bottle,
Hydro
and
flask,
Matt has an issue with
if you
it.
will.
What is it, like 16 ounces?
No,
I
it might be 32.
32?
That's like that ain't 32, son. That is 16 ounces. You tell me that's 32?
Maybe 24?
24 ounces.
This is fine for me.
24 ounces.
Like if I'm at home, I have a bigger one. But
Where's
this is, like,
your
good
water,
for my...
Matt?
I forgot it, Mike.
Oh, what else is new? We forgot something important for the
while
podcast.
Carly's busy saving the planet, you're out here contributing to the death.
Because Matt,
With your
for the audio
plastic
listener,
You're having plastic too.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining about Carly's water bottle.
I wasn't complaining. I was just going, that couldn't work out with me.
You said it with a lot of resentment and hatred and judgment and...
What are you jealous of me? Like,
Yeah.
can we just clear the
Let's
air?
get
Let's
to the
dissect that.
Let's get to the
What are
root.
you jealous of? And we can get over this.
I'm just jealous of all the great content that you harvested from your appendix getting removed.
Oh, good segue.
That is a good segue. I'm glad I asked.
I can't believe it.
Thank you for welcoming me to the club.
Hey, happy to have
asshole.
you as a member.
I will say it's really funny how so many comments I've gotten are just like, this is Matt's fault, where I'm like, to the point where I'm like, do people really think this?
it's not contagious. And it was months ago.
It was kind of, I would say it wasn't giving me anxiety, but it was like every time I was opening up my phone, I'm like, oh gosh, is there a new piece of content I have to respond to that Carly's putting it out and I'm having to.
Yeah, well, it's not like you gave it to me, actually.
Now I'm like, what kind of space does this, what kind of power does this space have?
I don't know, but I do think we need to sage at some point.
The podcast studio?
Yes.
I need to do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I think it's because maybe I'm completely medically inaccurate here, but I think you both manifested this because
could not agree more.
all you guys were
Probably.
talking about is you had talked about for months and years how you
Yep.
don't want your appendix to burst on an important day. You were talking about how you don't want to get sick before Taylor Swift.
Another important day.
Another important, just as important.
And you've also mentioned before, like when Matt would talk about it, you were like, that is a big fear of mine too.
Yeah.
But my question for you, Carly, did you still feel like that is what caused it or no?
What do you mean by
The
that?
Taylor Swift concert,
Like
the
the stress of
anticipation.
not wanting
I
to
don't
get
think so.
sick.
Yes, neither do I.
No,
do I
I
feel
don't
like I
think
was like in a moment of stress? It just seemed like really weird timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to victim blame on this one. You guys caused it. I think you caused your own
I
appendix.
looked it up and it was just like, they just happen randomly, or like if you have an infection, it can happen.
I don't
or...
think that like manifestation would be like, that's what happened.
But why did it happen to the both of you on the
I
day
know.
before what would be the
life's
most
biggest
important day of your
events.
life so far?
Medical mysteries.
Truly is. But yours was much more grosser than
Mine was disgusting. My surgeon was like, it's one of the worst I've seen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What was the condition it was called?
Necrotic and gangrene.
What? You had a gangrene necrotic
It
appendix
was
inside of
completely
you?
dead, which is so disgusting. It died inside of me.
Oh, you could have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, these are the ones that kill people, which didn't really make sense to me at first. I was like, I thought they all do if they explode.
Yours exploded?
No. But like
It just
eventually.
died?
Yeah, it just died.
Isn't that wild? Like, thank gosh we live in this time where in this scenario, in this timeline, you live. But if we
Yeah.
were like in the 20s and be like,
See you later.
see you later, toodaloo.
Like you'd be gone, I'd be
crazy.
gone. Like that's
Just
crazy.
be the two of us.
We can make it work.
Just the
would we
two
talk
of
How
us.
often would that be like your favorite like host of radio shows just like died? Like, oh,
It's just like normal. Oh, well, Matt had appendicitis.
Yeah.
So
Like,
now
she
it's
got
just the three of us.
tuberculosis.
Oh,
She fell
two
in the
down.
winter of 1912.
The appendix got her.
now
Statistically, though, we're fucking fine. Because it's 1 out of every 8 people. So if 2 out of 4 people,
Oh.
me and you, we're kosher. We're not, there's...
if us four all get it, we're gonna be on the news.
Yeah, we're going to a medical museum.
Yeah.
I am like so confident now that me and you will not have our appendix explode. Because
Yeah.
statistically, it's just not possible.
Have you ever heard about the guy who removed his own appendix?
Yes.
No.
This happened early 1900s, right?
Yeah, he was like a Russian
He was a
doctor.
doctor
How do you even know
who
where
was
to find
on.
it?
He was on a boat, right?
No, I think he was
Well, if
on
he's
a
a doctor,
mountain
I guess.
expedition.
Oh, I thought I always
It was
pictured
the
him on
girl
a
rowing
boat.
across the ocean.
Oh, recently on
Can you
TikTok.
imagine that girl for
No.
appendix burst? She's like in the middle of the Atlantic.
It's insane.
You're cooked.
You're
God.
fresh cooked.
There's a photo of it too. Man
Oh,
removing.
good. Photo. Wait, so he removed his own appendix?
Yes.
Because it was,
He
he knew that's what it
Yes,
was
he-
happening to
Russian
him.
surgeon.
He was he on a
He was
boat?
in Antarctica. That's what it was.
Ah, okay. So far off.
God.
Imagine just cutting yourself open like that.
What, just like drinking whiskey and doing it? Like, please.
I can't really see from here. It looks like pine cones. Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah, so
Wait,
this-
there's like another man next to him.
Well, yeah,
Wait,
because he
this
was.
happened in times of photography.
Yeah, they photographed it. Yeah, he was a Russian surgeon, and he got stranded somewhere in Antarctica. They were on like an expedition, I think. I mean, the article probably has more info.
And he just did that
Well, because
shit.
he was the only surgeon with them. That, like,
1961.
How do you not
What?
pass out while performing surgery on
he
yourself?
just. I think he like did
Drank.
lo-
He was drunk too.
Yeah.
local
He was
anesthetic.
only 27.
It's unbelievable.
Damn.
I don't know. Do you think he was just like got some raw bacon and was just like, guys, look,
I
and
got
some
it.
fake
Oh
blood
my God. It
packs?
says, yeah, he was the only doctor on his team and realized he would
Yep.
have to do it to himself.
Yep. I don't even like taking splinters out of it. Can you do this for me? Like this guy's
Oh, I
taking out
love
his
taking
own.
a good splinter out.
Your own appendix. Nah.
Absolutely.
Do you think you could
not.
do it, Matt? If the doctor guided you through it, like if you were stranded like in a submarine and you had to Skype in with a doctor and he was like, "Okay, here's what you're gonna do."
I feel like I
He
would
did this to himself in 2 hours.
Yeah, he's a good surgeon.
I'd pass out. I'd faint.
You think so?
I think I would totally get myself amped up and that I could do it. What's weird though is because it's right here, I don't think I could do it. But if it was something like
on
right
your
here
leg?
on my leg, I could do
Something
it.
not.
I
like,
think
in your
he had to
abdomen.
use like a mirror to see what was going on. Like he had a mirror here and like,
How do you contain that amount of blood in you?
He's a good surgeon.
Yeah.
I told Erin this the other day, but I've watched so many laparoscopic appendix surgeries. I feel like I could do the surgery myself. At
Wait,
this point.
you watch them?
Yes,
Like
so
I
many.
told you to check them out after you got it.
When you
like-
said that, I was like, oh, I should watch. And then I just kept watching them. I kept watching videos of like people going under anesthesia because I'm like, what the fuck was that when I went under? And just like seeing what happens, how they like know when you're out and tilt your head back and put the thing down your throat.
How many people were in the room that operated
There
on
were
you?
4.
4? Damn,
When
I
I wa-
swear I
when I
had
got in.
12. I was like, what up, team?
I walked
were all
in.
taking
I was like,
selfies.
hey, everybody.
Was there anybody else in the hospital who was also having appendicitis?
I asked how many they were doing that day. I think she said just 2.
Wow. Isn't that like...
I wonder how many get removed each day.
I know. So many
Can we fact check
questions.
that?
How many appendix get... Oh, like
in the U.S.
in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just,
Leave a comment if you've had your appendix removed.
Yeah, if you
We'd
guys
love to
don't know for some
Do
reason.
you know anyone in your life other than Carly that has had their appendix out?
Yeah. My mom, Kristen McAtee.
Okay, so
Oh,
all of
yeah.
our parents, Mike, your parents have not?
Oh,
my
my
dad
mom.
got his out.
Oh.
And your
my
mom.
mom, your
So
mom.
do you think it would be like genetic?
So it's
I
been
don't
we've been doing
Well,
appendectomies for
okay.
120 years.
Oh,
So,
wow.
But the
19
laparoscopic started in like the 80s.
It's not appendectomies
In the
anymore.
U.S., 300,000 are performed each year.
Oh, each year.
How many?
300,000. I think there's
Oh.
30 million Americans.
us.
That's
We're-
not that
Statistics.
crazy.
We go to the appendix conference.
You guys are the keynote speakers at Appendicon 2023.
We go to like a walkathon for like appendicitis, like acting like it's this like debilitating disease.
It was debilitating for about 3 days.
Appendicitis survivor 2023, never forget.
How many people die each year?
Oh.
From appendicitis.
Oh God, we're getting
Also,
dark here.
I don't know if I thought this was
Well,
like really
I
interesting.
think it's interesting.
When I was in the hospital, apparently some hospitals now, the first line of defense for appendicitis is antibiotics. They won't take it out yet.
Yup.
But
That
that's
seems like
it's in most hospitals.
malpractice.
Most hospitals don't do that because when you do take antibiotics, it does reduce it, but there's like a 90-some% chance it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's what's strange is that they were considering that for you because you were texting me like, well, they're thinking about just giving me antibiotics. I go, get it out.
Yeah, I was like, I
Take-
didn't want to do that either, but I was like, Taylor Swift. But thank God. Like getting on a plane, it would have probably
No.
exploded.
And
I
then
would've
you would have
died.
been alone in Arizona
Dead.
with no one to take care of you because we'd be at the concert.
I'm like, well, you guys are going to go.
yeah.
See, you're all in your outfits.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
In 1990, 88,000 people died from appendicitis, but in 2013 that number's down to 72,000.
Still a
So
lot
worldwide,
of people.
it's killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably a lot of people that don't have health insurance that are just like, I just got to wait this out.
Yeah.
And that's the shitty part. Because
Well, it's also globally too, so not everyone has access
globally.
to the great American healthcare system.
Yeah, if I didn't have health insurance, it would have been like $67,000.
Have you got
No way.
have you gotten the full bill back to show?
I don't know if
you-
I've got the full, but I can just...
$67,000 without insurance to
I
get
thought
your
mine
appendix
was going to
out?
be like 23,000.
Total?
Well, I
You have to
also
pay
stayed...
No, it showed me how much. I feel
I
like
stayed
only paid
a whole
couple
day.
$100.
I stayed another day though, and I had to get like fluid antibiotics. That's why. I was like room and board was like the most expensive.
I love staying in a hospital.
Ew, really? I hated being in that. I mean, I'm happy that I was there for you, but
I think I like.
Not that hospital.
I like the idea of just being like.
That hospital
you're
made me take my
truly-
health insurance.
Yeah.
You're just
really?
like
Matt's hospital?
Yes.
the idea of being in a hospital though, like feels kind of like safe to me
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you are connected up to all the
No matter what
the
happens, like
diagnostics.
someone will know what to do. If
Yes.
if God forbid something
You're
happens.
just like, I don't know, you feel like you're just connected into like the motherboard of just everything.
yeah,
And
like
you're
your
just
heart,
medicine.
your blood pressure,
Yeah.
everything, like oxygen.
Yeah, they're bringing you food. You're just like,
I guess also when we were there, like Matt didn't have a room till like the last 45 minutes. We were in the hallway just hearing people scream
Oh, my
everywhere
God.
and like doctors running
Pretty
in and out.
traumatizing.
That's wild. The second I got into the ER, they gave me like warm blankets, and I was like in this room.
It was like
I-
we were in like an Iraqi tent. Like
Oh my God.
just I was like knitting.
Matt's doing his own appendix. They're like, you need to do it yourself. We don't have enough doctors.
like they just put us next to the like nurses station.
I can't.
It was just, and we were just sitting there for 4 hours, hearing people scream the whole time.
One of the doctors was like a fan of Hoot and a Half too.
Oh, yeah.
He came by and was like big fan of the podcast, guys.
You're like,
And
can
we're
I get a room?
Can we get a room?
Can I get some VIP treatment here?
Yeah, it's just wild. Like, there's like doctors who like listen to us. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then you're just there like naked on a table, like
Yeah,
operating,
they're like
sitting
operating. I wonder what they said about you when you were under.
I don't know.
This
Should've
fucking
recorded.
idiot was a podcast.
When I went to go get a scan on my appendix, the guy was like wheeling me in, and he was like, "This guy is the best Christmas village in town." And like the other doctors were like, "What are they talking about?" Like it was a little confusing.
Did you see that doctor that someone who like was going under for surgery left his phone on accidentally
yes.
and it recorded her while
Talking shit.
Yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was bad.
she called him like the R word.
It was like,
Yes.
he's disgusting. Like, I'm gonna get syphilis if I even touch him. Type
Yeah,
of thing.
Yeah,
he's
she went-
suing her because she was like, we're gonna say that there's hemorrhoids even though I don't see any, and was like saying a bunch. So he's like suing for malpractice because I feel like it would be impossible to sue for just like talking shit.
Yeah.
Can you now like be like, "Can I record you guys?"
I don't know.
doubt
Well,
it.
I was thinking, how did he have a phone
I
in
know,
there?
I
Because like
thought the
I wasn't
same
allowed to have
thing.
anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, they took out my belly button ring and my nipple ring.
Oh God. Oh yeah, they took
And then
out
I
my
never
piercing.
saw them again.
They stole them from you?
No, you just have to like take them out before you get surgery.
And you just forgot to take them back, or they lost them, or what?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was high on anesthesia when I left the hospital.
You have your belly button pierced, right?
And both nips, yeah.
They pierced my nipples and I got surgery. I was like, I didn't ask for this.
Two pierced nipples and a tribal
I was
tie.
also convinced they did a gastric sleeve on me because I could not eat for like a week after. I'd eat a little bit and be so full. I'm like, did they
Really?
like give me weight loss surgery?
They just gave you a little extra.
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, and thank you to Care of for sponsoring this video. It's April, and by now we are well into the new year. How have you incorporated wellness into your routine this year? Whether your routine is 5 minutes long or a major focus of your day, it is important nonetheless. How have you been taking care of you? Care of is a subscription supplement service that makes it easy to stick to a consistent vitamin routine. I've been taking the recommended multivitamin as well as vitamin B12, and I have never felt better. I have more energy, I feel more alert, and I just generally feel healthier. Their free app includes daily reminders to take your vitamins. It also rewards you for consistency. You can earn exclusive discounts and merch just by tracking your progress in the app. And as a bonus, you can look back on how many days in a row you've taken your vitamins. And we love a consistent king or queen. They have quality products with thoughtfully sourced, researched back ingredients to help you feel your best. So take Care of's quiz to find out what's recommended for you. Use code GOODINFLUENCES for 50% off your order. Visit takecareof.com and use code GOODINFLUENCES for 50% off your first order. And now, back to the show.
Oh, I went to the doctor the other day
Oh,
just
yeah,
for
how was
like my
that?
routine checkup. And I heard the woman on the phone, and she's like, "And you're here? Oh yeah, we'll refill your Ozempic prescription." And I was like, "Wow,
Whoa.
people are really doing it." It was crazy.
There's plenty of Ozempic, right? Or is there?
Well,
Well,
I
there
think
was
it's
a
a shortage.
I know. I'm like, it gives me anxiety that it's like becoming this new drug, but I'm like, is everyone like getting
Everyone
it?
all good?
Are we all good?
Yeah.
I don't really know what the tea is.
I don't know either.
I just hope that, like, whatever, do whatever you want, truly. But, like, I just hope that the people who actually need it are able to access it.
Yeah.
And I think, like, at the end of the day, that's what the issue is. Not that people who are just, like, whatever, are like, I'm just going to use Ozempic
Yeah.
to
Just
do
to be
it.
skinny.
Isn't it like, it's so interesting about Ozempic how like now I feel like if somebody loses a bunch of weight and is in amazing shape, usually be like, that's awesome. They worked so hard, they dieted. Now everyone's just like, it's Ozempic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like,
Ozempic is slaying. It's like every comment.
The hype of
Yeah.
losing weight is now becoming this like, what are you taking?
Yeah. It's like the new like weight loss pills. Remember those in the early
Slim
2000s?
Fasts.
Oh, Trim Spa,
Slim
baby.
Fast.
Yeah,
Jenny
Trim
Craig. Do you know
Spa.
if Jenny Craig is still
Hydroxycut?
around?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't Brittany,
She does.
like
yeah.
Jackson Brittany? Yeah. she was
Also,
looking-
Weight Watchers is still around. I have a friend who's like their lead like designer.
Oh my
I'm like, because I had no idea what he did for the longest time. I was like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I do lead design for Weight Watchers. Like he built the Weight Watchers app.
Wow.
God.
Does Weight Watchers make food and then they send it to you and you eat that food, or do they just tell you what to eat?
I think it's like a program where you like assign points based on certain foods, and you just, it's like a way to just track your calories. I think. I don't know.
Interesting. You know what kind of AI? I would love a fitness AI.
I'm sure
I
there
think
is.
you can just like
Oh,
do
definitely.
the whatever one and be like, make me a workout routine.
Yeah.
Have you done this Snapchat's AI? It's like it's almost like Snapchat has an AI where it's like it's on Snapchat Plus. You have to pay like $30 for a year and you get it. And it's where you can like customize your profile a little bit more and stuff. And they have a chat with like a buddy, almost like Smarter Child, like on AIM.
Oh, yeah.
But like we were in Japan and I messaged it.
You went to Japan?
I just came back from there, Mike. And I messaged it, is there a line from Kyoto that takes you straight to the Narita airport? And it goes, yes. And it gave me a whole thing. And I go, if my flight's at 5 p.m., what time do I need to leave Kyoto by? And it goes, you should leave around 11 a.m. Gave me a full on like detail.
Snapchat's AI did this?
Yes. And it was it's something that, yes, you could Google, but you'd still have to sift through a lot of bullshit to give you like
Yeah, the
that
exact.
direct answer. And it just felt like it was a friend who had already been to the town and was
Yeah.
telling me everything to do.
I mean,
don't-
ChatGPT does similar stuff to that too.
Yeah. It's also
Yes,
on-
but like ChatGPT is not like an app on your phone.
It's a website. You can just go
Yeah.
to it. I use it
Yeah,
all
but
the
you have
time.
to
I
like
love
log
it.
in every time. It's like there's a bit of a thing.
Do you?
Yeah, if I'm like writing an email and like I'll just.
No, I mean, do you have to log in every time?
Oh yeah, you have to log in every time to ChatGPT.
Did you see
I-
the tweet it made for me about?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so good. Can you read it?
Yeah. So I basically was on it and I was like, write me a funny tweet about my appendix making me miss the
Did you
Taylor
see
Swift
this?
concert.
I think so. I think you sent like a screenshot of it, and I was.
It says, just got my appendix removed and now I'm feeling fearlessly disappointed that I'll miss the Taylor Swift concert tonight. Can someone send me a video of the show? I'll be shaking it off in my hospital bed. Hashtag Swiftie surgery.
It's so good.
Yeah. I was like, LOL.
We typed it in one time for like to come up with like, see if it would come up with a good idea for a brand deal. And
Oh.
we like typed it in for like twisted tea. We were like, come up with a concept for a twisted
Like
tea
captions,
video.
right,
Or
caps-
write a caption for a twisted tea video. And it was like, twisted in all the right ways or something like that. It was just like, it came with a really
that's
good.
really good.
Yeah. Like try twisted tea for a
You should do, like
refreshment. that's
YouTube ideas for two girls.
honestly, yeah, you could. I think there's really good stuff on ChatGPT that you can.
Interesting.
I like that caption. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Those
Captions are
bots.
hard.
Matt
Yeah.
asks every time for a caption. I feel like I'm getting
Well,
good at
now
them. I like it. I like doing
just
it.
rather would have if there's a caption that truly speaks to me, but like I just don't like the moment of like anxiety of just being like, what is that? Because
It's
we've
so
done
hard.
it now for so long.
I know.
Where you're looking at it, and you're like, I don't know if any of this is hitting the way it used to. So sometimes I have to bounce it off, and if I hear assurance from you saying it's good, then I'm like, okay.
I love doing it. It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
I like participating in the creative process.
It's hard
course.
to make captions with brand deals. Mm-hmm. So it's like sometimes.
Especially because then you write one and then they're like, no, you have to be way cheesier.
Yeah, it's like use 3 hashtags. And I'm like,
Yeah.
who uses hashtags?
No.
What do they do? Nothing.
Hashtags.
I mean, I know what their purpose is, but it's like
No, I know.
so,
Yeah,
like-
when a brand wants like 9 of them on the story, it's like, we're not clicking 9 hashtags, sister.
No one's hate to break it to you, no one's clicking this.
yeah, no one's clicking a hashtag. Maybe in like the early days of Instagram, but God, we're Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Tweet.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Good
Yeah.
Influences. Today we're talking
what
about.
topic are we doing first?
I don't know. We're doing myths,
Slay.
slaying.
Okay, it's a
food.
slay.
Are we doing food and myths? We're doing slay.
Yeah. Slay. SLEIGH.
Santa's sleigh is
Yeah.
so cool.
Different kinds of slay.
Yeah.
The different ways we
I'm a
slay.
slave. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna do myths or should we just keep chatting?
Yeah, let's just do myths, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay,
we
you
chat
know
over
what,
20
one
minutes.
thing I wish I Googled before, though? Okay, so we're going to do myths. We're going to talk about the myths that people think are true, but they in reality, they are not true. But I also wanted to look up what myths
Are true.
are
true.
actually
Oh,
true.
thank God, because I was like, what are we going to talk about?
Well, he's saying he wanted to do this. Doesn't sound like he did.
Oh, you didn't?
I was thinking about it this morning.
No,
But
I'm
we
sure
can
you
just
do.
Google it.
Do a quick Google.
Yeah.
Do a quick
Like,
Google.
okay, I think one of them that I learned was that carrots actually do help your vision.
Love that.
I read the opposite.
Yeah, I
These
read
be
the opposite
considered-
too.
Would these be considered myths or just facts?
Well, I think it's a myth because it's like it feels like a myth.
Okay.
Like you've been told that all through generations.
But then isn't it just people are giving us factual
Yeah.
information and not a myth?
Well, like, okay, Carly had the premier example. It used to be you would be told if you drop a penny from the top of the
yeah,
Empire
yeah.
State Building and it landed on you, it would kill
You
you.
would die because
Sure.
it's so heavy in velocity.
I
and
understand that.
science.
But in reality, the penny will reach a terminal velocity, which means the fastest it will go,
Yeah.
of 30 to 100 miles an hour, which sounds like an insane range because that's a huge difference.
All the wind.
Maybe yeah. that's
Depending
a good
on the
point.
wind,
Wait, what was the
Um,
range?
And how high?
it might hurt, but it won't kill anyone.
Should we try?
To drop a
Yeah,
penny
let's go
from the
to New
Empire
York.
State Building.
Yeah.
I'll be the test
basically, because
subject.
also what happens is like the penny, because of the shape of it, it's like a circle, so that wind resistance underneath the penny will stop it from.
Can you do that again?
That's like when you
Mike!
tried to get me to put a tampon in, and you were like, "Well, this is my vagina," and I'm like,
No, I said this, and you were like,
"How is this?
It's
What-
just a hole.
You still don't know?
How is this a vagina?"
This-
Guys,
This
Mike's
is
a
the
virgin.
hole.
He's never had sex.
Look, here's my
It's the
vagina.
canal.
Don't stand.
Okay, so now why is your hand like this? You changed your whole.
No,
She's just making a hole.
I'm just making a hole.
Moving on.
Whoa. Oh my God.
Agree to disagree.
Grief.
What would
Okay.
you do for a vagina? Oh my
Whoa.
God.
What in the world?
But it would be like this.
What's this one where you like?
Oh, are you like?
Yeah,
oh no,
you know what I'm talking.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
go like this.
Yeah, why didn't you
go
do
like
that,
this.
Carly?
Go like this. Okay, and now go like this,
And then open it.
and now look inside.
Well,
Look, open your
she's
hands.
on the other
Oh wait,
end.
sorry. Actually, look now. Look inside. Look inside your hands. Does it look like a vagina?
Ew. Yeah, it
Is
does.
it the
Should've done
first
that.
time you've ever seen that?
Yeah.
Then it's
Yeah.
a common like playground
Yeah.
thing. Have you also everything
Sorry, I was
everywhere
busy
all at
playing
once
in
does it?
circles.
It's all good.
Sorry. Oh,
Okay,
circle.
so
Okay, another myth. Toilets flush in a different direction in the southern hemisphere. You used to hear this all
That's
the time
true.
growing up. If you go to like
I never heard
Australia,
You did it?
No, who's saying that to me?
you've never heard that like, oh,
Oh,
if you
I've
go to
always
Australia,
heard
the
that.
toilet
Yeah.
spins the
Or like
other way.
in like China.
So wait, that's not true?
No. Both directions
Damn
can be
it.
found in both hemispheres.
It doesn't matter.
Because it's a little, a piece of the
of like
the
what you
mystic
think
universe
is
that
real.
I just wanted to believe that.
It's just it all depends on is how they set up the toilet. Like any toilet
So like
can spin
mine
either
could
way.
spin the other way.
Yeah, it's just a matter of where the pipes in the toilet
I
are.
want to get a Japanese toilet.
What is that?
Well, I just watched a South Park episode on them, and now I
Okay.
really want one. It's the ones. Okay, they have
like a Toto?
they have like a built-in bidet.
Toto.
They open when you walk into the room.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
warm.
Already warm.
Yeah, a Toto.
Aren't the bathrooms crazy there?
I know.
They're the
Dude, it
best.
makes us feel like we're disgusting animals walking
Wait,
around
really?
poopy butts.
When
the
you
whole
were in
time.
Golden Guy, did you go to one of the bathrooms that you had to like squat over?
No, I didn't. But I did encounter a stall that had one of those, but
Yeah.
I didn't have to like
had
use
to
it.
use
I
it
just
one
peed
night.
in it.
And Patricia accidentally pushed the panic button in the bathroom.
Yes, they have like two buttons. One that looks like the flush button, one
There's
that
a
looks like
panic button.
SOS. That's like to call someone. And Patricia pressed the SOS one, and a man knocked and opened up the stall, and she was like, "I'm sorry."
Oh no!
Where was this? At a restaurant or a train
No, at
station?
a train station bathroom.
I'm kind of obsessed that they have a SOS button in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You're upset that they do have one?
No, obsessed.
Oh,
it's
I
like
know.
a really funny thing to have in
I
the
would love
bathroom.
to. I mean, they have it like in hospitals, I feel like.
Oh yeah, they have a little.
No.
Okay.
Do you want?
No, I'm just making sure.
Well, I have
brought
one that like is only probably a myth to me because my parents told me growing up.
Okay.
That if you eat pickles at night, they give you nightmares because I would eat so many pickles.
What?
Like I was obsessed with pickles and I always wanted to eat like a jar of them at night, I think. And so my parents told me that if I drank ate pickles before I go to bed, they'll give me nightmares. So I stopped. Then
there's no way.
I like forgot about it. And in my teen years, I was like, is that true? And they were like, oh no, you were just eating way too many pickles.
Pickles are a great snack. 0 calories. A little
You
bit
know
of
what's
kinda
good
salty,
for
but-
dreams and sleep? Also, apple juice and
Another apple juice episode.
Cherry juice.
Cherry juice. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever had cherry juice.
Cherry juice. It's like cranberry juice. It's like
It's good
cherry
for
juice
sleeping?
cocktail kind of a drink.
to have good dreams.
It promotes good dreams and sleep and stuff.
So does weed.
I saw one of the comments in the last episode is like they stopped talking about apple juice at 9 minutes.
I know.
Why? People didn't like it?
Was it really that boring? For
No, I thought it
people?
was great.
I thought
It
it
was
was funny.
engaging.
Yeah.
People loved it. It's our #1 episode of the last 10. It's doing great.
I think it was also because of the build up to it. Like I posted on Instagram and I was like, tomorrow we're spilling all of the tea.
yeah.
Oh. Keep doing
But
it.
do people
Yeah.
really not like us not having a topic?
I think
Some
it's
people
very
did.
mixed.
It was
Yeah, it's
totally
mixed.
mixed.
It's totally mixed. And I feel like if we did it every time, it would be hard to like keep doing that.
Everyone
Yeah.
would be like, these people are insane.
Yeah. I like having a subject.
Yeah.
But like we don't have to like stick to it completely the whole
Yeah,
time.
I think we were a little more strict in the beginning. Now we're a little more, we're veterans.
Loosey-goosey.
I feel like we've always tangented.
We're a little too appendixes lighter too. It feels everything's a little
Yeah, I lost
easier.
some pounds.
The dead weight, literally.
This one I was a little surprised by. You guys may know it. That cracking your knuckles causes
yeah.
arthritis. That's a myth. There is no scientific evidence to support this claim. Cracking your knuckles may be annoying to others, but does not cause arthritis.
Thank God.
That
It's
was a
my
big thing
favorite
growing
to
up.
do.
Your parents would tell you,
Yes.
don't crack your knuckles.
That would make your fingers so fat that you wouldn't be able to put on your wedding ring.
There
Like, I
was
like,
a doctor who did a study where for like 40 years he didn't crack one hand and would crack his knuckles on the other hand every day.
How?
That's a myth.
No, that,
That's not true.
That's crazy.
and then when he's like
40
70,
years?
yeah, when he was 70, they took like x-rays and photos of his hands and he proved that it made literally no difference.
Whoa.
But can you imagine
Iconic.
only cracking one knuckles
No,
for
it
your whole
would piss
life?
me
No.
off. I'd be like, I have to.
Are y'all
crack the other
knuckle
one.
crackers?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Knuckle cracker?
I can't like do. Carly does like this.
I do.
She's
I
like,
crack my
"I'm gonna
wrist
fuck
right
you up."
here.
I
I
love
do like
this.
this.
In the mornings.
I do this.
Oh yeah, that one's
Oh,
good.
the top joint of your finger?
Yeah, look.
I never crack
do
my
one to me?
fingers
I crack
Patricia's
my toes.
like-
I don't think I can do it.
all the time.
Be loose. Let me do your thumb. Be loose.
Do it in the mic.
You have to loosen up more. It's not gonna work.
Oh, you break his hand.
I can't crack. Mm-mm.
Wow,
Okay.
that was I've never cracked that part of my finger
I
before.
can crack this.
You ever see people who crack
My
their
wrist.
neck?
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really get in there.
Patricia can like crack her hips.
Oh, that's weird.
Sometimes I crack my sternum.
I
Me
crack
too.
my jaw.
All the
the
time.
best.
I see videos of chiropractors and stuff and them doing all this stuff. There's no way. Take me to a chiropractor and I want to hear my back pop. My
Well-
back won't pop.
Oh, it
Like,
does.
No, they also
Well, when
look-
we go to my house, we can do the thing.
Oh
on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
What is it?
It's like
We
a
have like a roll. It's like a
the
circle.
chirp wheel.
and does it make your back go
Yes.
crack, crack, crack?
Yeah.
I
you
doubt
lay on
it.
it like
do
this
it.
and you push you down. And
A
you
lot of
I've heard my
chiropractic.
back crack like probably a couple
I can
times.
crack your back right now. You just lift you up and you do the little shake
Yes,
thing.
but not like I don't know. Like you see these videos on TikTok of chiropractors, like
They also have like a mic to it, so it's really
And
loud.
they do
Oh.
what they do is chiropractors will take like two like boards and put it underneath, so that way when they do like the push to crack, it's like there's two sheets of like wood hitting each other to emphasize the volume of the crack. It's like special effects. They're faking it.
now I've heard some.
Chiropractors are a
myth.
myth.
No, I've seen people
Yeah.
who are like debunking chiropractors, and they're like, the reason why it sounds so satisfying when you see these cracks is because on their tables they have like little separated boards, and when they push down, the board claps together, and it makes it sound way more serious than it actually is. I think chiropractors are like scammers.
it's a
No,
little- yeah,
chiropractors
I-
are scammers.
They're myth.
And
There's
they're
myth.
no
And I also-
science.
It can
to-
cause massive damage to your
Yeah,
body.
people
if
can
you
get
see a
you can
chiropractor.
go blind. You can like break your neck.
I've heard some
It's
doctors,
fucked up.
people who've like, I've been a
Get a
doctor for
stroke.
30 years. These are some things I would say not to do to your body. And like seeing a chiropractor, they're like, be extremely careful going to see a
Yeah.
They're not
Also, like all chiropractors are anti-vax.
Yeah, they're all just
Yeah.
like anti like science.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is really weird.
which is
But
insane.
I did see like a video of like a kid in Australia whose whole spine was like fully
Oh,
down,
yeah.
and his chiropractor, after multiple treatments, got him like standing upright again. It was like a miracle.
Well, he
I
might
think
be
the
like an
thing is,
osteopath or
it's like
something.
you need, like, you're better off going to physical therapy to like
Right.
fix what's actually wrong than going to a chiropractor that's just like releasing it at the time. And then
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Very accurate.
I saw a chiropractor on TikTok and he was like, I am a chiropractor, but I will never crack
yeah,
people.
he doesn't touch people.
Yeah. He's like, I will just do like the muscle shit. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
rubbing the
Okay.
muscles and-
All right. Okay.
Okay, I have a myth to see if you guys can determine if it's real or fake.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
let's do this.
okay.
Okay, glass is actually a liquid, but it's a very, very, very slow moving liquid.
Glass.
Glass is not
I don't care.
it's a liquid. And if you go to Europe and you look at all the old buildings where there's glass, like walls and windows, at the bottom, the glass is much thicker, almost as if it's like dripped down over the years. And this is like a thing you can see in museums and stuff, is the glass at the bottom is always thicker because glass is actually just a really slow moving liquid.
oh, so it is a liquid.
Well, I'm asking, myth or true?
I'm going to say true because it sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
It's a myth.
It doesn't seem right.
But it
Who's
was.
ever heard of this myth?
You never heard of that before?
No.
I heard it once and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like my whole worldview changed. Glass is liquid. Like that makes so much sense. It's from the beaches and whatever, but
The beaches.
basically just like the glass that is thicker at the bottom is because they just didn't know how to make glass as good back in the olden days, so it just looks worse.
You know what I can't wrap my mind around? Mirrors. What is that?
Yeah.
Mirrors are, it is crazy, the reflection.
Wait, explain. I don't understand what you mean by this.
Look into me. Okay, like I get like you look down at like water and that reflects that and you can like see yourself in, or you can see yourself like on, I don't know,
Like
stuff on
reflective things?
plastic. How they were able to cut glass down to a degree to be a whole
Reflection?
at most, it's the most highest res thing ever, reflecting reality back on you. Sometimes I think it's kind of weird.
Oh.
It's
You know
crazy.
what's weird?
Never.
And I don't understand?
Oh, yeah.
Why do they flip the image this way, but not upside down? Like if you look in a mirror and you're wearing a shirt with letters on it, the letters are backwards. So it's flipping on like the horizontal axis. But why does it not flip you
Axis?
axis?
Okay.
But it doesn't. Okay, Matt. Jesus.
I'm sorry. Did you just say?
But it doesn't flip you vertically. Like if it flips you this way, why doesn't it also flip you this way?
I don't know.
I
Because
just
it's
don't understand.
convex, concave.
Isn't it just
it's
watching?
Not,
It's just you, but opposite.
But why is it opposite? If it's opposite, why is it only opposite this way and not also opposite this way?
I don't know, but
Do
I'm
you
not
know-
complaining.
don't you
Where we
know
just
how,
see each other
like,
upside down,
Yeah.
ourselves upside down all
don't
the
you know
time.
like convex and concave mirrors? Don't you remember how they taught us this in school, where you do the
spoons.
three
Yeah, like
arrows?
spoons, yeah.
Spoons. There's a whole science
So,
of like
so are
how,
flat mirrors actually slightly convex?
in a way, yes. If you apply those theories of how the art, like there is a science to reflection.
Oh,
like,
apply the
Any
theories,
like
yeah.
smart people listening to this are probably like, "I."
All right, sorry, we don't need to go into it. But I know
You
what
know
you
what's-
mean. Have you seen? Sorry.
It's pretty crazy thinking that there was a time when people just never knew what they looked like.
I know.
No, I think they did, right?
No, you just look at yourself in like
A
the
pond.
water,
I always think of
and
a
you'd be
pond.
like, "Whoa, what's that?" How would you know what you look like?
But you don't think that people were like going to ponds to look at themselves? Like they
Maybe,
realized?
but it's still like there's like
Not clear.
wiggles and stuff. It's not like a clear image.
Maybe there was like clear lakes back in the day that they would go like this
Before
is
the pollution
the viewing
started.
lake.
yeah, but like
I know what you mean. Have you seen those true mirrors?
Oh,
Like
we
the
talked
guy
about this.
we have
On
talked
this
about this on this
podcast,
podcast.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, which I still am
yeah,
very
shut
interested
the
in.
fuck up.
Yeah,
I have
man.
one in my Amazon
Cart.
cart, but
You
I
should
never,
get one.
It's like $80.
You could return it.
Yellow. Write
But
it off. Put it on your Snapchat.
Yeah,
maybe.
put it on your
just
Snapchat and write
seems
it
so
off.
cumbersome, and I'm like,
Is it big?
I think it's like it looks like a makeup vanity mirror kind of a thing.
Just get it.
Okay.
Okay, I have one, but it's also like crazy, but I have like a story to go along with it. So the myth is lightning can't strike the same place twice. It can.
It can.
Yeah.
Yes, my neighbor growing up, she lived behind me. She was my mom's age. She got struck by lightning twice.
Was she like a golfer?
In the same place?
Not in the same place, like at
a
different
good thought.
periods of her life.
Golfers get struck by lightning like the most out of any
I
people.
think maybe she was golfing for one of them, and the other time she was riding her bike, and she got
Riding
struck
her
by
bike?
Well,
Yeah,
it was lightning out.
I mean, she's probably like out, and then it started storming or something.
That seems like one of the worst things that could ever happen to you.
Yeah.
You're just out and about, and all of a sudden you were being electrocuted by
And
the
she
sky.
lived through both of them.
Yeah.
Does
That's
she have
pretty
scars?
crazy.
Like a
I'm
light.
not really
have you seen like
sure.
lightning scars?
So sick. You look like a
Whoa,
superhero.
what?
They look like
No.
tree. It looks like branches almost. Like it looks like it's crazy. It looks like almost like a wild birthmark.
I have a question now that I'm thinking about it. Is it true that your hair will like stick up if you're about to get struck by lightning?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You gotta
If
run.
you're about to,
Yes.
Yeah, I've always-
like right before, like it's like static electricity will be
Yeah,
in
your
the
hair
air
will
and your
start to
hair.
like raise.
Like you ever touch one of those like balls at one of the science
It's like
centers?
that.
Yeah, your hair will stand. So if your hair if it's raining out and your hair just goes, whoop,
That happened
you
like
better fucking run.
if I was outside and it was humid in the Midwest, I like that happened to me a couple of times where I was like, I don't know if this is happening, but I'm going inside, and I ran inside.
Wasn't there a video of Taylor Swift recently where her hair was like sticking up, or was that?
I was at the show.
But was that because of static electricity, or like?
I don't really know. Probably because she was putting on a costume or something.
yeah.
And then it like made her
Oh.
hair all staticky.
Whoa, that was like a tattoo.
Lightning
my
stars.
God.
Okay. Thought this was like OnlyFans or
Oh,
something.
No, it's not. I think that's kind of crazy. It's like a like battle wound.
Okay, next myth. You only use 10% of your brain. Have you heard this?
No.
Yeah.
You never heard this? Where people are like, well, you only
Yeah,
use 10%
growing
of your
up,
brain.
there's like there's only 10%, and then the other, what's the other 90?
It's bullshit. Your brain is
Okay,
fucking.
yeah.
Your brain is working all the time for your lungs, your
Where did that
bloodstream.
come from? Like, why did they say that in the first place? I
I
wonder.
think it was a way of like adults to just talk down to kids to be like, well, you're only using 10% of your brain, you little shit. Like,
I feel like I only
like-
use 10% of my brain.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Where is the other 90%?
Water.
Yeah.
I still think it's fascinating in your brain how like there's things that you know. It's the time you're like, hold on, wait, I do know that. Hold on, let me think just a little bit more, and then it comes to you. That time of like thinking, like it's truly like looking through files and finding it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
To me, blows my
I
mind.
know. I'm like, I
How,
wish I
like,
could see in my brain where it's coming from and like where my information is stored, because it's obviously not physical.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how does that work?
schemas, right?
there's something, I don't know, I've never looked into it. But
like
that is a
branches.
weird thing where you can like, you can't remember the name of something, but then if you're shown to it, you can identify that that is the thing you're trying to think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's wild how like sometimes there's people's names who like I'm like I don't know their name, but I'm like I think I know it, and then one day it's like I know.
Oh yeah, or something's
Easy.
like at the tip of your tongue and you can't. You're like, I
Yep.
know it, but it's I just got it, but it left.
It just feels like SpongeBob. Be like I can't find it. I
Yeah.
can't find
the
it.
TikTok sound. Where is it?
Yeah,
where is it?
Have you heard this myth that goldfish only have like a 5-second memory?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's completely not true.
How long is their memory?
What about Dory?
They can remember for up to 3 months.
What?
Yeah, goldfish have
That's still kind of sad.
3 months?
And then they just forget. That's really sad. If anything, that's more sad.
Yeah.
Then 3 to 5 seconds?
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, whatever.
Like, I don't know
But 3
anything.
months, they make all these mememories, and then they're just gone.
I
3
don't
months.
What if they fall in
fish-
love with another fish and then the fish is like, what?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't
you
it
guys.
like isn't it weird like TikTok like will not show you like them butchering like an animal, but they'll show people cutting up
Butchering
fish
an animal?
all the time.
I don't know. I've never noticed or
like,
like
fish. Fish is like this one side of TikTok where it's like I see so much fish get chopped up. Like I've never seen an
I've
animal
seen a
get
few
chopped
videos like
up.
this.
How did you end up there?
Does this hurt the fish? Like it'll be like someone like cleaning like a tuna.
Yeah. No, I've seen so you never seen like a video of like a guy in a boat and he's like, all right, today we're going to slice up a salmon. And they just like do the
Oh,
whole
I
butcher
get those.
process of
On
it.
TikTok?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a
that's
butcher
never
video.
been
Of
on
like,
my
but
For
yeah,
You
you're right.
page.
You don't see them butchering like a cow.
Yeah, but on let's fish.
Yeah, well, fish are like, I
I
think,
feel like I understand the difference.
between fish and like a cow.
Well, yeah, because people are eating like raw fish, so it's like you see it like that anyway.
Yeah.
I
when
mean,
I get the
guess there's
store,
like
you just see a
tartar.
fish,
Yeah.
like dead. Ew, I hate fish.
Really?
Um,
I'm not a fan. I
what
eat
was
some
I
of
gonna
it,
ask?
but
I wonder if this is true. The whole like lobster of it all, like when you put lobster in boiling water, it like makes like a
like it's screaming.
I think
and
that's
it
true.
says that it's like it's crying.
I would. Okay,
Or
I don't
is
know
it
anything.
Filling in the air pockets.
Yeah.
like,
That's what I was
kinda?
thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
something's like seeping out
It's
that's making a
molting.
noise. Oh, it's so sad.
Do you know about the boiling frog?
No.
What?
If you put a frog in a bucket of like regular water and then you turn up the heat, you can boil, like the frog will not realize that it's being boiled until it's too late. Like it won't, and it's a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a phrase that people use to reference other things, like, oh, you're just a frog in boiling water, where like you're in a situation that you don't realize it's getting worse and worse and worse until it's too late. And it's used a lot in like psychology and science and like the boiling frog. But that's actually not true. A frog will 100% jump out if it gets too hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got us there.
Yeah. But I heard it on a podcast today. This guy was talking about.
So that is like a common myth.
It is this guy I was listening to this thing about AI today, and he was like, well, we're sort of the frog in the boiling pot right now. And I was like, frog will jump out.
Like, actually, that's not true.
Yeah. I'm like,
will we though?
Well,
Frogs are probably smarter than
yeah,
humans.
we're fucked. AI is going to kill us all.
Have you ever had frog legs?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like I definitely have.
Are they good?
Like
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty good.
I just
I
like
feel
the
like this
thought
is
of
making
it.
me want to become a vegetarian.
Oh.
Oh, there's
a whole thing.
I watched there's a video on YouTube called Dominion, and it's like basically if you want to turn vegan, you watch this video. It just shows how they basically like do terrible things to every single animal.
I know.
And the whole video, it's
what
like,
are we supposed to do?
go vegetarian.
Not eat them, I guess.
Go
yeah, but
vegan.
like, then how do we get the nutrients?
Beans,
No.
vitamins, beans,
No.
Brussels sprouts,
Although,
broccoli. Broccoli, I think, has like the same amount of protein as steak in the same
It's
weight.
too much hassle, though. If
don't
I
really
truly
eat
had a
red
private
meat.
chef, I'd be like, let's do vegan. It
Yeah.
has to be fucking amazing every time I eat it. I'd be like, damn,
Why?
this is good.
Is
And I
chicken
know
amazing every time you eat it?
No.
we can do a lot like with chicken and
But why?
stuff.
So why can't you just do that with like
Mike,
tofu?
I've known you for years. We go places and you're like, I can't have this, can't have this.
Yeah.
Don't
Are
you
you
want to have the full
vegetarian?
selection?
Yeah.
Well,
We'll get there in another episode.
He's a practicing Jew. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it
we'll
needs
get there
to
in
be
our next
kosher.
episode.
You're kosher. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a whole. I didn't even think about
I know. I
that.
was thinking that last
Kosher?
night.
Yeah. Well,
Because
for
like
our
his
food
diet's
episode.
like so
Oh, yeah. We'll do
specific.
that later.
Yeah,
What did you say? Spiff?
specific. I'm
Oh,
just saying it weird.
specific. I was like, what's spiff?
I also
I don't know
heard-
that diet.
I don't know if this is true,
Yeah.
but it makes sense. So you know when you get prescribed antibiotics, they're like, don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
There are some that like truly interact with alcohol, but I think most of them don't interact with alcohol. But back in the day, doctors told you not to drink alcohol because if you had prescribed antibiotics, because if you're sick and then you start drinking, you're more likely to hook up with people or like make out with people if you're out or, you know, have sex with someone, and then you're going to spread that whatever you have.
And that's the reason why you're not supposed to drink on antibiotics?
That's where it started. And now
Because you're going to
that's-
go out and hook up with other people.
Yeah.
well, because
this
like if
kinda-
you drink, you're more likely to make worse
I get
decisions.
it. Yeah, that's.
But I don't know. I just heard. I don't know if that's completely true, but it sounds like how a myth starts. To be honest,
I think the reason that, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I think that when you take antibiotics, your liver has to process all of it, and alcohol also is processed through your liver, so it's just really dangerous to have.
I mean,
your
maybe
liver.
that too. But
But-
the ones I was just on were strictly like, do not mix alcohol. And
Really?
Yeah.
I was like looking it up, and people were like, if you drink alcohol in this, you will be projectile vomiting. It's like really bad interaction.
I'm fascinated with like the common symptoms that people have on like sleeping pills and like staying up, like if people are on Ambien, and there's been like a highly reported thing of people making salt sandwiches.
Salt sandwiches.
Like what?
Sounds like
there's,
my kind of sandwich.
There's big symptoms of people who go like on Amazon and start buying a bunch of stuff that they don't
Yeah.
realize what it is, and then they ordered like 18 frying pans. Or there's this common thing about salt sandwiches, and you look it up, and these majority of people make this weird craving to put 2 pieces of bread in a whole thing of salt and eat
That's
it.
disgusting. It has to be some like effect that the drug has on you.
But isn't
Like
that
maybe it makes you crave salt.
Yeah,
A
something
salt
like that.
sandwich?
That's disgusting.
Honestly, I would fuck with a salt sandwich.
That is gross.
Probably me too. I love
Kosher
salt.
salt.
Couple-
Kosher
if
salt.
you put like some butter on it,
yeah,
maybe
it's like having like a little garlic bread. Pour a little garlic powder on there,
I know what
Garlic
you-
powder and salt are way different.
but you put them both on there.
That is so gross.
I'm psychopath though. I
Hey,
will like
it's Chef
you know
and salt
like you know the
sandwiches.
pink salt that like comes
Oh, yeah,
in the
Himalayan.
rock form. I will unscrew the cap and just like pour a couple rocks, then pop them in and just chew them.
buddy, what?
It's great. It's like a great little
No.
snack.
I would eat like chunks of butter.
How's
at
your
Thanksgiving.
blood pressure and
I'm
stuff?
about to find out. I'm going for it.
Oh yeah, you got your blood work done. Okay, that's the thing. I eat so much salt. I like over salt everything. I put salt on watermelon.
Same.
My blood perfect.
My
it's a
blood
myth.
pressure is great.
Is it a
No
myth?
way.
Salt isn't salt a myth? Like the whole sodium
Salt
thing?
is a myth.
No,
Doesn't
the myth
exist.
of sodium. Salt isn't that bad for you.
Yeah, no, I know. I eat salt.
Wait, that's
I love
insane
salt.
if that's true.
My blood pressure, I didn't do the blood test yet.
Well,
I
how
need
come
to.
doctors tell you to stop go
Salting
down on
things,
it then?
yeah.
If it's not real.
Because it's a myth.
Well, maybe if you have high blood pressure,
Yeah.
then you should cut back on salt. But if your body is normalized with the salt levels that you're intaking,
Yeah.
you're fine.
How was your blood pressure?
They told me my blood pressure was perfect.
Do you know what it was?
I want to
80
say like
over 120.
160 over 872 maybe was the number. I can't
160 is a
remember.
little high. 160 is a little high.
Whatever she told me, it was great. She
Okay,
told me
well,
it was
they-
perfect.
yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I have to
Mine's
wait.
always like low.
I got to go to a blood test, and then
Quest?
they're
Are you
gonna
going to Quest?
no LabCorp.
Oh.
They don't just do it there?
No, you have to like go to a whole other station.
What place do you go to?
I went to a doctor in like Sherman Oaks,
Oh,
and then
got it.
they like when you go to the doctor, they send your blood work stuff
Oh my
to.
God.
That happened to me. I had to
A
go to
blood
like
test
Quest, but
God.
now my primary is in the same building, so I can just.
Oh, that's cool. There is you can pay like $80 and they can come to your house and do it, which is kind of cool. But like, I can
TJ
just
had
drive.
to do that for our life insurance. They came to our house.
Oh, really?
check
Took
your
your
blood?
blood?
Yeah, she took it.
Oh, whoa. For
Not my
life
Do you
doctor.
have life insurance?
Yeah. We're married and we're in our 30s.
Yeah. I thought you told me the other day I don't need life insurance.
Not yet. You don't have kids. You're not married.
Okay.
When you
Yeah.
get married and have kids and have a house,
Do I
you
need
get life
it? I'm
insurance.
about my cats.
Maybe.
Well, no, you do before kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you said when you're married and have kids.
I mean, you could do it whenever.
Well, I know. But I think you should do it even when you get married.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that because, like, if someone dies and the other person can
Uh-huh.
figure everything out?
Yeah.
Well, you get a lot of money.
yeah.
It's like
Oh.
it's like,
It's like when you take a life insurance policy out on like an old
Oh,
man.
like the Taylor Swift song. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it now.
But a big thing. I mean, this is a little dark, but if you commit the S word, they don't pay out your life insurance like for 2 years. So like what like people will do.
The
I mean,
S word.
it's really dark. If like someone is like gonna do it, they'll take out a big life insurance policy to like protect their family. Like if they're just like whatever, because you can get $1 million if someone dies. It's crazy.
God.
You pay like $50 a month, and then if the person dies, then they pay out like $1 million if they die before the age of 80.
It's
Well, that
$50 a month.
It's. I
Well,
mean,
it
the prices
depends on
range.
whatever you get.
Yeah, it depends on the price. But like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It was gonna get dark.
What?
Like, I know someone who
Did-
committed S, and I don't know. I don't
Unalived
want to.
themselves.
Yeah, I don't want to get YouTube flat, whatever. But they had a great life insurance policy because like if you die before whatever it is, like 65 or something, your life insurance policy will pay out like up to like $1 million or $10 million, whatever your policy is, which is great. But a lot of life insurance policies have a clause that if you do that, it's negated because it's
Yeah.
almost like you're scamming the system.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, I'm
Damn.
going to do it. And like he did it in a way that was so obvious. Like I remember my dad was like, why didn't you just take some pills and pretend he overdosed?
Oh, man.
Yeah. And he like, I mean,
What was the way?
from a tree in the backyard.
Oh, my God. Matt pukes.
Oh, that's so sad.
It
Yeah.
was the worst. But my dad, the first thing he was like, now they're not going to get paid on the life insurance.
That
That's spooky.
Yeah. So if you're going to get paid a life insurance
It's
policy.
literally, I was like, I don't want to be involved in this at all. Like
You
just
do
the
it.
conversation, I was like,
it's
figure it out.
dude, it's a crazy conversation to
Yeah.
have to get your life insurance because they ask you all these questions like if this person dies first, if you die first,
Yeah.
what if you're on life support, what if this, like
Yeah.
how much do you want to
Jesus.
leave, who do you want to leave it to? But
I
you
didn't
got to
have-
do it.
I had zero involvement other than signing my name.
Well, the way
And
to
if
look
like
at
I
it,
heard him on the phone, I'd be like, close the door.
I
I don't
just
want to
can't
know.
hear it.
well, the way that I've heard it being pitched like by a life insurance person is like, if you don't take care of this, then the government will, and
Yeah.
you don't want the government deciding what happens, so
Yeah.
you should decide for yourself, which is fair.
Mm.
Well, anyways, myths.
Like a good neighbor.
Well, I saw this. I thought it was kind of interesting. You know how they say, like, if you shave, the hair goes back
Oh, yeah.
thicker or longer or whatever?
Yeah.
It comes from when people start shaving, they're usually in puberty. So their hair starts growing a lot more during that time. So that's where it came from.
Oh.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
was a little interesting.
And that also is it may look thicker, but when you first don't shave, your hair naturally has like tapers on the end of it. Like your regular hair will like over time get like tapered. and have like a thinning at the end. But when you shave, your new hair comes in without that taper, so it always looks thicker when it first grows back in. So hair always looks thicker right after you shave because it doesn't like naturally have the tapered edge. It's like people who shave their legs and it's like, oh, my hair is growing in so much thicker, I should have never shaved my legs or whatever. It's just that's the reason why it looks
like darker.
Yeah, that's why
thicker.
it looks darker and thicker, but it's actually just.
God,
I looked that up when I first shaved.
I started shaving my arms in elementary school because this one girl was like, your arms are so hairy. And I was like, so I've like shaved my arms on and off my whole life, pretty much. Now it's more of just like, I just like them to be shaved.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not. I don't really care.
Ugh, body hair is so gross.
Is it?
Hair in general
I hate
is...
body hair.
Like even on a guy?
I mean, if he has like a full chest of hair, I'd be like, let's go wax it. It just like icks me out. Like I hate hair on my body. I hate hair on other people's bodies.
I'm
I'll make sure I wear a t-shirt at the next pool party.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I remember saying one time.
I got a full
if I
rug
don't
under
have
here.
to touch it, it's fine.
Okay. You're saying like in a
Back
partner.
hair,
You don't
back
just like
hair to
see
me.
someone at the beach and you're like, oh God.
It depends. Like if it depends, but like no. Like if you have hair on your chest, I'm not gonna be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But if it's like, oh, if you look like a woolly mammoth,
Yeah,
like
like a
I'd be
Wolverine.
like, oh my God, how does
there's
he take care of that?
some guys who are like the hairiest people I've ever seen in
It
my
looks
life.
like they're wearing a sweater on the
You
beach.
can like I
Yes.
have a buddy who's like has hair that like can stick out through his t-shirt from his back.
Damn.
That's like how like hairy his back is.
Ugh, that
But
makes-
you know what? Everyone has different body types.
No, of
All respect
course.
to everyone out
Yeah,
there.
it's not
and-
bad.
and-
It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I just personally hate hair, and I remember my mom was like, "No, you can't shave your legs," and I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm doing it."
Your parents wouldn't let you shave your legs?
or like only below the knee.
Yes, yeah.
Why do parents not want?
Because then you have, it's like a whole thing. Like you have to just do it all the time.
Like once you start, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Nair or anything like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I
course.
used to.
Does it burn?
Yes.
There's Zane has it in like a bottle. I don't know why he has it. He had it for like some reason. But I've always been like, what is it? Like, I want to just see what it's like
should try
to
it.
know
It
the
can't
feeling.
be good to be putting on your
It's
body.
got to be a
No.
nightmare. It's like pouring acid onto your body or something. Like,
Yes.
you're literally burning your
No,
fucking hairs
literally.
off.
I'm surprised they still make it.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Isn't it
sense
in like
to me.
a pink bottle?
I think so.
His is like a men one.
Oh.
Can you imagine
They
putting
probably
that in
also
someone's
rebranded.
shampoo?
Oh, that's
Like-
like,
It's in like a movie
Yeah,
and
that's like a
stuff.
whole myth, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like putting in someone's shampoo bottle.
Oh, God, that's
I'd
the worst.
fuck.
That would
Could
be-
I
you
don't like
fucking
nipple
imagine?
hair. I think it's really weird that we grow hair around our nipples. Well, I bet
I-
girls grow nipple hair probably.
It's like, not like you.
Yeah. But like
Could you,
every
oh
time
my God,
I
if
like
we
look at my
grew
nipple,
hair
and
like men, ew,
I'm sure some people do.
yeah, definitely.
that would suck.
Just take a flamethrower to it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't like armpit hair, and I'm like, if you have armpit hair, go off. But like,
That's a new
I don't like
thing,
it.
by
But
the
I don't like
way.
it on like I'm just not an armpit hair person, even on men. I'm just like,
Oh, I hate, yeah.
But-
Even though I have it, I'm just glad it's not like out of control. Because some
Yeah.
people, you're like, bro, like I would trim
reel
that
it
up.
in.
Like
Girls
some
shaving their armpits,
some
I
guys
think,
will have
is-
it like the whole like then it's like when their arms down, it's still sticking out one end and still sticking out the other.
Ugh.
Like
Yeah.
that is like.
What were you gonna
ugh.
say?
Like girls shaving their armpits is like a new. I think it's like in the 1960s is when it started.
Yeah,
It's like very new. Back in the olden days.
I was
Yeah.
watching the like 1964 Olympics recently, and like all the female athletes like had
yeah.
armpit hair.
Yeah, it's a very new phenomenon that we've like. Everyone just thinks is the way to be. Is girls can't have armpit hair, but it's
I
very
like
new.
don't like having it,
Yeah.
and not because I
It makes
think
you
it's
like
like
sweat more.
Yeah.
That's because you're conditioned by the patriarchy. Okay.
Thank God.
Right, which
honestly.
I totally get that. but-
Fucking
yeah.
condition me. I just don't like hair. I'm just not a hair person.
Okay, let's do
It's always
another
so
myth.
funny to me when people like get like a waxing on their vagina, and people. I just watched a video of it. I think it was Hannah Berner. She like stands outside of comedy shows, I believe, and like asks other comedians when they come out like certain things. And one of them was like asking all these women like how they maintain their hair.
uh-huh.
And I've never understood like the leaving like a strip.
Oh, that's like a landing strip.
Yeah.
Like
Down
they
the
call
middle?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
what?
like for what?
Oh, for just
I don't know.
for style.
Like a little
pretend
mohawk?
like it's 1994.
Yeah, I feel like it's dated a little bit. Where like that was like a thing. Maybe it was like in porn or
Yeah,
something.
people
Yeah.
So
do
it's
it
like,
though. People always like leave a little something.
huh?
I don't like hair.
Yeah, I'm not a big hair
Make
girl.
me a fresh baby.
Can you get your vagina lasered?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No.
Oh, I've never gotten anything lasered.
Like
Does it kind of hurt?
bikini? Not really.
Oh, you can get like your whole legs and everything like lasered.
I know.
Mariah says she doesn't have to shave her legs like anymore.
That
No,
was
it's a
so
dream.
nice. Like forever or
For,
like for a couple
long
years?
time.
Yeah.
Damn.
You have to like do a bunch of treatments.
Yeah.
It's also hard too because after you do laser, you have to stay out of the sun like while you're getting treatments.
Oh, while
And
you're getting
You have to do treatments like
Yeah.
pretty regularly. The
Thank-
one that's like pretty obvious. The dogs' mouths are cleaner
Oh,
than
yeah.
ours.
Oh,
What
that's
it-
not true.
No,
Oh, really?
They're
they
dirtier.
like eat shit.
Yeah, I figured
But
that.
I'm
don't,
still
but,
like-
don't their bacterias clean their mouths more than ours do? Like because they are more.
No,
Is this just completely
it's
bullshit?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's complete.
but
Yeah.
I still open mouth kiss my dog.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And
Give me a
our
little
mouths are
tongue.
also disgusting.
tongue.
So much bacteria. Also, the whole thing about like pee is sterile. It's not sterile. There's bacteria.
Doesn't at
in
least
pee.
help a jellyfish sting though?
No,
Yeah.
I thought that was not true.
Really?
Let's look up the myth.
Oh, I read one that was pretty interesting that cooking food in liquor doesn't remove a dish's alcohol content.
Doesn't remove what?
The dish's alcohol content. So it says it lowers it. According to the USDA, a dish baked or simmered for 15 minutes will retain 40% of its alcohol content, while a dish baked or simmered for an hour will retain 25% of its alcohol content. Either way, the alcohol content of a cooked dish usually isn't high enough to offer a buzz, but it's still there.
Oh.
When I was working at Target, this lady baked some sort of sponge cake, and I feel like it was like whiskey or
Like
something.
rum. I bet it was a
Rum.
rum cake.
And I swear to God, it was like
You got fucked up.
tipsy as fuck. Yes, I swear to God.
There's no such thing as a gun silencer.
Really?
I've heard this.
You know, like in the James Bond movies where he'll just like twist that little thing on and just go pew pew pew,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just like.
That's not a thing?
Not a thing.
Wait, there's no.
Are there
that's-
is it just like a gun?
There's a thing called a suppressor, which like makes it a little bit quieter, but you still will 100% know that a gun has gone off. There is no world in which like you're sneaking through a hallway and you put the little silencer on and go.
and it's silent.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Then
Not a
why
real
the
thing.
hell did they put that in movies then?
Because it's a movie.
It's a myth.
It's not real.
It's not real.
But like at least like mafia movies, they have that shit.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, it's all it does is
bother you.
I don't know,
fake
because it's
movie.
like if you're gonna be like historically accurate to like this time in this scene about
Godfather.
being the mafia, but then they're incorporating this fantasy object. Well, then let's add lasers and other.
Come on.
well, also like you can't. There's a lot of things that you
I don't
can't.
know, just
You can't shoot a lock. Like if you know like where you see a padlock and they'll just shoot the lock and it pops open. Doesn't work like that. You can't just open a lock with a gun.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
You're
And then-
telling me a master lock, if I shoot that with a gun, it's not gonna open up?
No.
I don't believe that either. I feel like
It's like really, really difficult to aim it precisely, and also the ricochet of it hitting and killing you is like highly likely.
shit.
Like, don't ever.
Should we
shoot-
try?
And then the last movie thing is like one of the biggest movie cliches is like you punch someone in the face and they get knocked out for like 20 minutes. You can't. No one gets knocked out like that. You're at most out for like 30 seconds, a
everyone's like,
minute.
bonk.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
there's
when you're
no like
boxing
thing
or
where you just
whatever?
like hit someone and then like, oh, the guard is out. We can sneak out now. Like no one just gets knocked out for like 20 minutes like that.
unless they dead.
Oh yeah, unless they're dead.
Unless you got brain bleeding in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot
It's
of
crazy in John Wick how he just goes and kills all those people in one night.
Spoiler alert.
Can you imagine they came out on the news that a guy killed 150 people in one night?
It'd be a
Just
serial
went
killer.
around just going cool.
Like serial killer on the loose.
That's a mass murder.
Yeah.
Like, but I know apparently
Well,
it's a good movie.
John Wick. You never seen any of them?
I was just listening to Keanu Reeves on Smartless, and he was talking about it.
What was he saying?
Just chatting about it. They
Oh,
were
okay.
telling him all the things they liked about it.
I'm never in the mood to watch John Wick.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
I have an update about the jellyfish, peeing on a jellyfish.
Oh, let's
Well,
hear
let's hear it, Carly.
Despite what
Pee
you
on
may
a
have...
person.
Huh?
You pee on the person.
You
Despite
pee in
what,
their mouth.
Yeah.
despite what you may have heard...
Swallow. You promise you keep drinking.
Keep going. Despite what you may have heard, it's a myth that peeing on a jellyfish sting does not ease the pain. Not only are there no studies to support this idea, but the urine may actually worsen the sting too.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Still, if I got stung by a jelly peen, I'd be like, let's try it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in so much pain.
I gotta know for
please.
science. How painful
Interesting.
is
Why
that?
did they say that then?
I don't know.
Who
Should I see where
said
it came
this?
from?
That sounds, that's insane to push that out.
It's wild how this shit still
Fake news.
continues. These myths and stuff get passed down.
Did
Okay.
you guys hear the Marilyn Manson one when you were kids?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
course.
He like removed his ribs so he could
That's
fuck
what
himself.
it would be.
Yes.
Suck
And like
his-
How
Richard
does that
Gere
get
in the
started?
gerbil.
Well, that was real.
The what?
Was that real?
I don't know.
The what?
Richard Gere like stuck a gerbil up his ass.
yeah.
Well, we that was like a fact in our fact episode, right? You could theoretically shove two
Oh,
gerbils up your
yes.
butt.
It's
Okay.
true. No, it was a raccoon, I
Oh,
think.
two raccoons. No,
It was something-
raccoons.
It was something like that. It was a bigger.
Ferrets.
No, it
Raccoons
was
look
like
bigger than my cat.
Yeah, it was a bigger animal. It wasn't a hamster.
It wasn't a gerbil?
The ferret.
No, I don't remember.
I always hear gerbil, so I think it was gerbil.
Because apparently in the 80s or whatever, this actor got caught shoving a gerbil up his butt.
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think it's real.
I have where it came from, the jellyfish thing,
Oh,
if anyone
here we go.
cares.
Yes.
Somewhere along the way, the theory grew that peeing on a sting could neutralize the venom and make the intense pain go away. The logic is based upon ammonia and other compounds found in urine. The truth, though, peeing on a jellyfish sting can actually cause stinging cells to release even more venom. So,
But
That's
who
insane.
did it? But who peed on someone?
let me
swear
look
I've
at
some-
heard people say that they
Yeah.
peed on the sting.
Okay,
It's probably some guy with a crazy fetish was
back
like,
in
yo.
Steve Irwin. Maybe he tried.
well, it was on an episode of Friends. I don't know if that's where it came from. This was back in 1997. All the friends from that eponymous television show trekked to the beach, only to witness a jellyfish sting Monica. In this episode, Joey remembered seeing a documentary that advised urinating the sting to ease the pain. Monica agreed to try the treatment, and it worked.
Okay, sorry, this may sound dumb. You're saying that there was an episode where they're on the beach and friends?
Uh-huh.
Is it a real beach?
I don't know.
Or are they?
Or like
Because
a
everything's on a set. In like, sorry, I just can't picture.
In
No,
the
this happened on the
show,
episode.
She's getting stung by a jellyfish. Like it's part of the show.
But are they okay when they're shooting this?
Yeah.
Sorry, in my mind.
Yeah.
Is the beach a
does it
set, or do
matter?
they film it on a real beach?
Why
I mean,
does it matter?
I don't know.
Don't you ever see sitcoms? They're never in like the real world.
It's always
but then-
green screen, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite were like the Hannah Montana concerts where she'd be like playing at like a stadium, but it's clearly like a
Oh,
gymnasium.
yeah.
And like the background is just a green
Yeah.
screen. Yeah. I don't know. Do you really need to know?
I might look it up. I just want to see what it looks like.
I'm sure we've all heard the bull one.
Oh, they're actually
what? The
on the
bull? Oh,
beach.
yeah.
See, isn't that kind of weird? You never see them out really in New York
I didn't know
City.
that's a real beach.
I think they do a whole episode like in Hawaii or something. Or Jamaica.
There's somewhere
I
where
don't
Monica's
know.
hair gets real frizzy.
But then
after
it's
that.
just
the
weird
braids.
Yeah.
when they're laughing because you're like, where's this studio audience that they're actually really on the beach, huh? Like, where, is the laugh track still going on?
Well, I know this from Seinfeld, what they would do too. Like if they would shoot in the studio audience, but if they ever shot offset, what they would do is they would shoot the outside of the set stuff first, and then they would play it on the screens
Oh,
to
for
the
the
audience,
audience.
and that's how they get the real laughs from the
Okay, but if you do get stung by a jellyfish,
Okay.
you're supposed to use water that's 110 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It should feel
Hot
hot,
water?
not scalding. Keep the affected skin immersed or in a hot shower until the pain eases,
Hot
which might
shower.
be
Hot shower.
which
Oh,
hot
maybe
piss,
that's where it came from.
which might be 20 to 45 minutes.
because pee is hot.
Yeah.
So maybe they thought
Maybe.
it like putting the hot water.
Yep.
It's
maybe-
also such a myth that pee is sterile. It's not sterile.
Can't you drink your own pee?
I mean,
can't
you
do this.
can, but it can
I've
contain
seen
bacteria.
Heath drink his own pee.
I
Do you
have to,
remember
and I
that?
puked.
You didn't pee.
I puked at UCLA.
That is
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, it technically was already in your own body, so
Yeah.
like you should be able to. But I think because it's already been processed, you're just like now putting in the.
It's
all
just
the,
like the most disgusting thing I could ever think of doing, pretty much.
you know,
Ever?
I mean, not ever, but right now, yeah. I mean, eating poop would probably be worse. Eating your own
apparently, if you cook your own poop, you can eat it, like with
poop.
no
Oh,
problems.
YouTube video.
I'd rather
Cook your own poop.
I'd rather drink pee.
What are we
than-
talking about here?
I would make like a pee martini. I'd like put a little vodka
a little
in it.
Some
PT, a
Neo.
little
Yeah,
piss
some
and
blue-
tonic.
Yeah, some blue cheese
Piss and
olives.
tonic.
I just don't think I could ever eat my poop.
No. Well, eating your poop. Okay, this is what I don't understand. You're saying you can drink your pee because it came out of you, but you can't eat your poop and that came out of you.
If you
But
cook it, you
that's
can.
like waste.
So is pee.
But the pee gets processed through like
Yeah, but there's
your
bacteria
kidneys
that
and
comes
stuff.
out with pee, and there can be like
feel
ketones
like way
and
less than poop though.
I mean, yeah, poop will probably
Pee is
kill
just
you.
like salty and a little like ugh. But like,
You know
I bet
that?
you could like mix it and dilute it.
Yeah, with vodka.
Yeah. We make drinks. Okay, guys, by the way, it contains my pee.
Pea martinis. Pea teenies.
You ever eat your own boogers?
Yeah.
I've never done that in my life.
For sure.
Never once.
What?
Oh,
Never
they're-
once.
I
For
mean,
sure,
not-
pick my nose all the
not
time.
Now, but
Now
when
I'm
I
like
was a
disgusted
kid.
by it, but I remember being like 6
What
and I
is
was
it
like,
like?
They're
it's
so
like,
salty. It
yeah.
tastes like a little
Salty?
salt. You would probably still do it.
Ooh, I'd probably like it then.
That's your Himalayan salt you're eating.
Do you
just mix a jar of it?
Picking your nose now, they said, can lead to
Alzheimer's?
Yes.
What?
There's
Why?
apparently it's some type of ammonia because you're adding bacteria and it's the closest area to your brain, and by you picking at that area with the germs on your fingers
Yeah.
is so bad for your
You
brain.
should not be putting your fingers in your nose because your fingers are the dirtiest part of you. So
What
it's
if
just,
they're freshly washed?
then yeah, pick away.
But then you under the nails,
Um,
scrub a dub the nails.
alkaline water, you know this new trend of
Oh,
like
yeah.
drinking alkaline water, it's pH, it's total bullshit.
Okay, now what about
It makes me feel a
alkalizing
little
your body?
weird.
What about alkalizing your body?
It's
Are
total-
acidic environments cause cancer, and we need to having more alkaline based foods to because that's where cancer lives, is in an acidic environment.
My understanding is that when you drink alkaline water, it is literally the total bullshit to pay for alkaline water because the second it hits your stomach acid is so much more powerful that it is no different than drinking regular water. It's literally just marketing bullshit.
Well, you said alkaline water makes you feel weird.
Yeah.
Does it?
That's
I
interesting.
drank it one time and I was like, why do I feel weird? And then I looked and I was like, oh, I bought this weird water.
There was acid in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird
Molly
because
water.
my ex took so many medications because he had like a stomach
Oh,
problem,
yeah.
and he drank alkaline water like not knowing, and he was like drunk. He was like, I felt drunk, like I could not drive home, and I was so confused. And I think he was like at someone's house, and the guy had like alkaline water, but just like poured in cups or whatever, and he was like, oh, this is alkaline water, maybe that's why. And so,
Or maybe it
I
was
think,
the medication.
I want to
well,
try
mixed
it.
with that. I mean,
Yeah.
he'd been on the medication for years,
Oh.
but like mixed with it,
Hmm.
he thought. And then I think he tried it again just to like see, and it happened again.
I heard this from the water sommelier on TikTok. You know that guy?
Oh yes,
Oh, I
this
think
is
I've
just
seen
top
him.
water.
The
Yeah.
one who
There's
can
no
tell them all
minerals.
apart with
Yeah.
his eyes closed.
Yes, love
Yeah,
that guy.
fucking right.
Martin.
Oh yes,
I don't believe him. I
Martin.
need to see him do that
Yeah,
in real
personal
life.
water sommelier.
Well, now I don't buy purified water. I only drink
Spring water.
spring or mineral based water.
And I never get ice in my water either
What?
at restaurants.
What? Why?
Because you need minerals in your water.
Well, spring water is better for you because it's has the minerals still, and purified water they like take out it's like traces of calcium and potassium and whatever. Like purified water removes all that, but spring water still has it. Or like mineral water is the best. Topo Chico crushes. But when you put ice in your water, he's like, it's just mixing. Like ice machines usually have like terrible water and they don't get cleaned out as much,
Bacteria,
and
yeah.
they're just like filled with bacteria, and ice is just gross. Like in most restaurants.
I have heard that ice machines are like,
They never clean them properly. They're like mold growing inside of them. They're just disgusting.
Wow.
So I always get and also you get way more bang for your buck when you don't get ice in your water.
Well, they refill it.
Yeah, but then you got to wait for the waiter to come.
Oh wait,
and,
you're talking about. Yeah, go easy on the ice. So we get more. Make sure.
yeah,
More
yes,
bang for your buck
yes.
with the free water.
It's more just like
I think if you this glass will be fuller.
yeah, my glass is
Sure.
fuller. You got to wait less time for a refill.
I really don't think it makes that much of a difference.
It does. Sometimes I'll get 2 glasses of water for myself when I go to a restaurant just because I don't want to have to wait.
What?
I don't hate waiting for water. Like, and I drink so much water when I'm eating. The worst is like you're having a great meal, having like a couple slices of pizza, and you're finished your water, and you're just waiting around. Like,
Help!
yeah, can I get 2 glasses of water?
I do
no
that
ice.
with beers at like bars. I don't like.
You get 2 beers at a time.
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't like going back and waiting in line.
I know.
I
Then
don't
doesn't
like.
it get warm?
Nah.
Chug, chug.
Yeah.
So guys, don't trust everything you read on the internet, and don't believe everything you see in movies. And
Don't pee on a jellyfish
Don't
sting.
pee on your friends
you
unless
know
you're
what?
into that.
Unless you're into
Try
it.
it.
Yeah.
if it is true, comment down below. All right, peace out, guys.
We'll see you
We're
next week. What'd you
Toodles.
say?
Bye.